Welcome to The Moment. It's a great honor to have you in this broadcast this wonderful evening. And I know it's morning for some people. It's early hour of the day for some people. But I want to thank God for your life, that you are able to make it. You are able to tune in with me on The Moment. And I really want to appreciate you right from the beginning because of your desire to change different moments of life and to see your moments in life be the best that God has made it to be. I know we are on this journey together, and I want you to know that it's a journey. It's not a one-time thing. It's not something that you just snap your finger and it happens. But when we walk this walk together, when we travel this journey together, we will be experiencing exactly what God designed for us to enjoy. I say it this way, and I normally say that to people, that this is our journey back to Eden. See, because in the beginning, there was no moment that is not good. In fact, every moment in the beginning, when it was created, was the best. But there was nothing to compare it with. It was just excellent. Because God himself looked at everything after he has created it, and he said, whoa, this is good. I want us to begin today by me sharing this with you. There was a scientist that desired to have time to really be able to get some science work done. And he was at home. He has a 9-year-old son. While he gets settled, preparing himself to get started, his 9-year-old son came in just to come and spend some time with his dad. But daddy wanted to get some things done. So he was thinking about what can I really do to keep this boy busy so that I can get him away from here. I can keep my focus on what I need to do. While he was looking around, he saw a magazine that was with him. And he picked up the magazine. In that magazine, there was the map of the world. And he picked up the magazine, he just teared the page off and then cut it into pieces and asked his son, would you like to play with puzzles? So he cut it down and then gave to his son. He said, hey, son, go ahead and set this map of the world together. Go and put it in order. Go and put the map of the world back in order. So the son left. So in him thinking that, well, I've given him something that he will not even finish in one day. He will be there, struggling with it because the boy doesn't know anything about the map of the world. So he will be struggling to put the puzzle together. But the son started, the boy looked at the whole thing, said to himself, listen, I don't know the map of the world. This thing is difficult to put together. But he remembered that he saw something before his dad tore the page. On the other side of that page was the picture of a man. And the boy said to himself, at least I know what a man looked like. I don't know what the map of the world looked like. Then he said he turned everything, all the puzzle over to where the picture of the man is. So he started setting. In a very short time, he shouted out, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. And the scientist was surprised. What? So he went there and saw that the boy has put together the whole map of the world. And he asked him, how did you do it? How did you put this together? And the son said, Daddy, I don't know anything about the world. I can't fix the world. But you see, I saw man at the other side of the paper before you cut it into pieces. But what I can fix is the man. And he said, and when I fixed the man, I turned it over and saw the world has been fixed as well. That was what the boy said. He said, and when I fixed the man, I turned it over and I saw the world has been fixed. Wow. What an excellent statement. What a clue to some of the things that we've been talking about and that we are going to begin to talk about the more. He said, I can't fix man. He said, I can't fix the world, but I know I can fix man. So, let me fix man. Let me tell us about our nugget for today. Our nugget for today is fix you and your moment will be fixed. The boy said, I don't know how to fix the world. I can't fix every situation. But you see, I can fix me because I know me. In a nutshell, that's what I'm bringing out. That's what I'm hearing from that story. In the beginning, if you look at it very well, when God created everything, everything was excellent, perfect. There was no moment of sorrow. There was no moment of pain. Every moment was excellent. Every moment of life was the moment, was the best that anybody can think about. That was what it was in the beginning. Then man messed up. And what happened after man messed up? Almost every moment of life became dismantled. But take note of something here. Man messed up. The moments, situations of life, everything turned upside down. Everything is in disarray. Right? Man was the one who messed up. So if we have to bring everything back in order, then man needs to be fixed. Man must be fixed. If you have to bring it back into order, if the world have to change, if every moment that you and I go through have to change, then we have to change. We have to be fixed. I have to be fixed for my moments to be fixed. Struggling and, going here and there, trying to fix my moment will not fix my moment. I try, you try, everyone try a lot to fix our situations, to try to, hold the circumstances, around some things in order. And yet you notice that we've not been able to get it done, and get it back to what it was in the beginning. So how do we go about this journey? And that's why I call the journey our journey back to Eden. The journey back to Eden, it's to fix man. You see, a change has to come from me in order for change to be effected in anything or everything that surrounds me, or the things that I'm going to be, facing as I am going in future. It's very important. I love what Ralph Waldo Emerson said. He said, man is what he thinks all day long. Did you hear that? Man is what he thinks all day long. So that means the situation that man goes through in life, it's as a result of what man is thinking. So we can say it this way. Man is not a product of his situation. He is a product of his thoughts. Can I say that again? I said man is not a product of his situation. Man is a product of his thoughts. What you are thinking, what I am thinking, what we are thinking creates our moments. You see, sometimes we run into moments and we wonder, why am I in this? You see, man is the one who creates the moment. So man is the one who can affect that moment of life. Let's analyze this boy's story. Let's analyze that story so that we can be able to get to where we're going this evening. If we are going to be able to enjoy the best in every moment of life, then we've got to understand that it starts from man. Man needs to be fixed in order to fix the world where man lives in. It's important. You see, what exactly changed concerning this boy after he got the puzzles? The boy looked at the puzzles and he said, listen, I don't understand the world. I understand man. I know man. I don't know the world. So what changed? The boy's thinking changed. His thinking changed. You see, normally when you get something that you struggle with, that you want to work with, and you keep struggling to put it in order, you know, in a way, the type of thinking at that particular moment can change that thing if we keep struggling and we keep thinking the same way. So quickly, the boy changes thinking. He said, no. This thinking of changing, of fixing the wall won't work. So what did he change his thinking to? He changed his thinking to, let's change the man. Let's fix the man. That's what he changed his thinking to. You see, what else changed? His feeling changed. You see, instead of him struggling and feeling frustrated, feeling angry, trying to fix the world, no, he didn't. The moment his thinking changed, his feeling changed. Understand this, people of God? Everyone, hear this, understand this. What changed again? His action changed. So in order for me, in order for you, for us to fix ourselves, for us to be able to change or experience the best of any moment that we are in life, number one, we've got to change our thinking. We've got to change our thinking. You see, a changed thinking will change the feelings. So, look at it this way. If you are not feeling great, the great question to ask, the appropriate question to ask yourself is that, what am I thinking about? Because it is your thinking that determines your feeling. And it is your feeling that determines your action. You see? So, if you look at what you are doing, if you look at what you are experiencing, the only way you can change that around, or you can change what you are experiencing around, is to go straight to what you are thinking. Ask yourself, like I will ask myself, what am I thinking about? This is a question that many people have not been asking. You see, whatever thought is dominant in your mind will attract its material equivalent. Whatever thought that is dominant in your mind, notice that. That thought attracts its material equivalent. That's what you see. That's what comes to you. That's what you experience. That's what becomes your experience. So, if you have to change what you are experiencing, then you got to change what you are thinking. Because what you are thinking will always determine how you feel. You are not feeling great. You wake up in the morning, you are not feeling great. Ask yourself this question. Why am I feeling like this? What am I thinking? What's going on in my mind? What am I thinking about? See? And if you can catch what is going on in your mind, and you can adjust what is going on in your mind, then you can adjust your feelings. You can turn your feelings. That's why the boy said, I can fix the world. You see, I can fix the situation, but I can fix the man. I can change me. I can change everybody around me. Everybody can do whatever they like, but I cannot change them. But I can change me. And how is that journey going to start? That journey starts from changing my thinking. So, how do we go about it? How do we go about changing our thinking? Look at this. Number one, I'm going to give us just about 4 of them. Number one, don't leave your thinking to chance. Oh, anything that just comes to my mind, that's what I'll think about. No. Because what will be coming to your mind most of the time will not be what you will need to think about. You see? And when you think about what is coming to mind just anytime, every time you think about just anything that comes, that means you don't have a control over your feelings. Then you cannot change your actions. You see, you will be doing things that sometimes you wonder, why did I do that? Why do I should know better than that. You know, sometimes you see people blaming themselves and beating themselves for some things they did. The reason is because most of the time you leave your thinking to chance. We cannot afford to leave our thinking to chance. Man is what he thinks all day long. You see, if man is what he thinks all day long, just as the Bible says in the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 7, as he thinks, so is he. Then I cannot afford to just leave my thinking to chance and just let anything determine my thinking. Number 2, don't think about everything. Oh, everything that comes to mind. Oh, I need to think about this. I need to think about that. You hear some people say, oh, I'm a warrior. I like to worry. I ask this question when people say I'm a warrior. I say, how much things has worry changed for you since you've been worrying about things? You see, don't think about everything. You see, everything, it's not for you to think about. It's not every idea, it's not every thought that drops that you have to get yourself busy with and say, okay, I'm going to think about this, I'm going to think about that, I'm going to think about this, I'm going to think about that. No, you can't afford to think about every and anything. No. So what should I do? Number 3, choose what to think about. Have a standard. Create a standard. Let there be a standard for you. What determines what you think about? Choose what you think about. It's important because remember that your thinking determines your feeling, and your feelings will determine your actions. And our actions in life will determine the totality of our lives. So I want to pick what I need to think about. You see, I don't want to think about every and anything. I will choose. I have a standard. You're going to have a standard. You're going to create something that determines what are the things that you will need to think about at different times of life. That way, you and I can begin to affect our moments so that not the situations that come that determine how we feel, but our thinking. Look at something here. Jesus Christ with his disciples, they were in a boat traveling on the water. two set of people in the same situation, but you can see the outcome, you can see their reaction to know that they are thinking differently. These disciples went to him, Master, Master, don't you care that we perish? Right? What were they thinking? The situation determines what they think about. You see? It's the situation. They don't have a standard for what they think about. You see, they had Jesus Christ in there. So the fear of death captured them. They ran. You see? Everything became chaotic. It was because of what was going on in their mind. Jesus Christ woke up from sleep. The natural, the normal thing is when somebody, was woken up into trouble, into problem like that, it's what? It's fear. The first thing that grips the person is, the fear of, what is it? What is it? But look at the guy. He woke up. He just walked to the situation and spoke to the situation. Why? Because he is not thinking the way they are thinking. You see? So I said number 3 is what? Choose what to think about. Let no situation determine what you think about. You have a standard and choose what you think about. Look at what Apostle Paul said in Philippians chapter 4, verse 3. You see? The guy was advising us to choose what to think about. Let's go there. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. He said, finally, believers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable and worthy of respect, whatever is right and confirmed by God's word. Did you see all that? You see? All of this. Then he continued. He said, whatever is pure, whatever is wholesome, whatever is lovely and brings peace, whatever is admirable and of good repute, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think continually on these things. Then look at it. He says, center your mind on them and implant them in your heart. Center your mind on all this stuff. So that this is a great standard. For somebody that says, well, I don't think I know how to set the standard for what I will choose to think. Look at this. This is a great standard. If it does not fall in any of this stuff here, then it does not worth wasting my time thinking about it. So this is my guide. This is what determines what I'm going to think about. This is what determines where I'm going to center my mind. You see, I'm going to center my mind upon this stuff here. If it is not in line with this, I leave it. Then number 4, create time for thinking. Create time for thinking. Don't leave every thinking to chance. Don't, well, I don't have time. Well, whatever comes to the mind, I'll think about it. No. Have time where you pick things to think about. The things that you are thinking about, they are developing your mind. And when your mind is developed in the line, in the direction of those things, that is what determines the things that you attract physically. You see, you will be in a situation where everything is so chaotic and people will be wondering, why are you so calm? You see, when people look at, sometimes people look at, if this is the amount of money that is in my hand and we are at this point in the month, then, that means this month I'm just going to suffer. I'm not going to have enough money. There is a thinking. And that type of thinking is as a result of what that individual saw. You see, in the coming months, I'm going to be taking us, we're going to be going on this journey. So we're going to be looking at how to go on this journey, rearranging our thinking. Hear this somebody. What cannot find place in your mind that is written in God's word concerning you, you cannot experience it. Because our mind plays a major role in the things that God has made ready for us. Our mind plays what? A major role in everything that God has made available for us. So our mind have to line up with those things in order for us to experience it. So let's go this journey. You see, let's call it the journey back to Eden. Let's begin this journey together. So that as Jesus Christ went through moments that are not so good, moments that are so great, but his own experience in all those moments was what? The best. The best. Despite the fact that the moments were not good. Yes, he still experienced the best. And that's why I will always say this, that the moment is the best moment of any moment in life. You see? So in the midst of every moment, there is the best. So I want you to keep this in mind. I don't want you to forget this. I want to always hold this. You see, you are better than what you see, more than what you know, greater than what you look like. I'll see you next month by the grace of God. Imagination is the ability to see with your heart what you cannot see with your eyes. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 3. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you.
DIC Los Angeles, church with a difference.